Today is Wednesday, we get it right today, the 20th of September 2023, and we've come down to Palma and we've got some blue skies for a change. We're in Plaza España, we just got off the bus, quite a pleasant ride in, and we're just going to have a little walk around Palma. In previous videos I've been showing you that they've had barriers around here showing that the work's been underway, and they seem to have made more of a mess than they've actually done renovation work. It's just dug up. If you look up, whoa, sunshine and blue sky. If you look down, the floor's dry, but there's lots of puddles around because we had loads of rain last night. 3 o'clock this morning, I was woken up by a big clap of thunder, and that just seemed to go on and on and on. Not so much thunder, just the occasional big clap, but lots of lightning. The sky seemed to be almost constantly lit up. Anyway, we wake up this morning and it was wet, but you can see how quickly it dries, isn't it? Nice breeze, and the air's just a lot clearer, so it's done us a lot of good. You can see here the work in Plaza España goes on. Monument there to Jaime the First is all fenced off. We're just going to have a little walk down here. This is another one of the jobs that's predicted to take a year to do. The ground underneath us is concrete, and it's been finished, and I'm walking over it and it feels very uneven. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to dig that up again. I guess they know what they're doing. I'm not an expert. Our friends arrived yesterday in Santa Ponsa to all the rain, and then they had the storm last night. And today they get up and they've got glorious sunshine. They'll think they think they're on holiday. Oh, they are. Busy, busy, busy around here. Been coming into Palma because I really want to go to the military museum. It's actually a museum which has exhibitions. Anita's found some stalls. Lady doing her singing there, entertaining the crowds. Just have a look to see what the exhibition is on over here. I think it could be an interesting one. If it is, I'll have to come in again because I'm sure we've got time to do this today. Let's see. Homage to the military hospital, Sanidad. And this is one of the free exhibitions. It's on from the 14th to the 30th of September, and it's absolutely free. Shall we have a look around now? Anita says we've got time. So this is the St. Margherita cloisters. There's a central part here I'll show you. No exhibitions in there today, but sometimes there are. We've got a concert on the 21st for Alzheimer's. I came a couple of weeks ago and I saw them setting up this. This is a representation of a tunic. This is what they used to carry their surgical instruments in. And then you've got books here and pictures of some of the instruments. And then here we've got some of the actual sorts of instruments that they would have used. So now we've got the cutters and the knives. That's the sewing together of the skin. Ooh. And the bandages. Sponge. And some lamps. Some more less primitive looking instruments here, including a saw. Those. Oh. Moving on in time, there's a saddle for the horse. Stretcher. Different sorts of crutches. Funnily enough, Say Little Do Much, there's a nursing book in English. The Lady with the Lamp, also in English. Books on Florence Nightingale. And instruction on how to bandage. Actually, all quite interesting stuff, this. When you get down to the bottom, you've got the old chamber pot. Some more sophisticated instruments for tracheometry. Ooh. This is for giving anaesthetics. And then for testing the eyes. Lady testing. And lots of getting much more modern apparatus here. Surgical steel, still nice and shiny. Most of it. Guess that's for extracting the baby, isn't it? This is how you actually get into the church, which I really want to do, but I've not really got time to do it today, so I'll save that for another day. This is a sterilisation cupboard. Put it in there, it gets very hot in there, and sterilises whatever's been put in there. Apparatus for testing blood pressure, listening to the heart, thermometers, mercury thermometers. When I started teaching at Belfair, all the mercury thermometers had been hidden away. Could have done with that at school, wouldn't that have been good? Could have dressed some of the children up with that. Oh, that wouldn't have been very politically correct, would it? There's an instrument for measuring blood pressure using a manometer, I think, yeah. Oh, here's something. Some of the apparatus I would recognise. There's the mortar and pestle and the evaporating basin, thermometers, things I would use in the lab, and then things I wouldn't use in the lab. Syringes always used to be made out of glass, now they're disposable, made out of plastic. Remember, all of this is military based, so they would have tested their eyes as well. There's an upstairs. I haven't got time for that today. So we're just walking around the cloisters. There's the library. So the military, they've got to get from one place to the other, and there's a train, a model of a military train. And one at the end there showing you how all the bunk beds are set out, how it would be used, and a car down there too. This houses different exhibitions from time to time, so it's worth coming at different times. Some models of military vehicles through the ages, right down to helicopters. Uniforms. Books with diagrams.
A bit like your microscope.
Hmm?
A bit like your microscope.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that one. It's Ernst lights. And that's the front of the military hospital.
I'm just going to
It's a big mortar and pestle. This is actually here the pharmacy. This is a permanent setup in here. I always like to have a look in there. Well, I really quite like that exhibition. I think I will come back. I'll come back next week to have a look around and also take the opportunity to go inside the church, which I wasn't able to do today. I want to go in there because there's something to do with the Knights Templar that somebody wrote to me about, and it's been closed up until this exhibition opened, so I haven't yet had the opportunity to go in. A lady singing on the other corner. And apparently, according to Anita, she was a one-time winner of like Spain's Got Talent equivalent of something like that. She does have quite an amazing voice. Pardon?
on the stage.
Yeah. This is Calle Olmos. If I just come round over this side of it. La Luna. I'm actually going to video the other side of the room, but I need to stand back. So we've just seen a model of this facade. This is was the military hospital and is now the residencia, home for the elderly. Not sure what association it's got with the military other than the museum on the other side. The model was of that facade in front there. This is Calle Olmos. This is another one of the pedestrianised areas, and we used to come down here to get all our photocopying done. Even though we were teachers, we used to come here to get the photocopying done.
Yvonne still does.
Yeah. Now we actually have a printer at home that does photocopying, so we do that. We don't do it very often. Lots of bars and cafes down here, lots of bargains. €10 the lot. We did buy some really nice pastries from down here, do you remember? Was it? Like many places, lots of tattoo parlours as well. Go up there to Hacienda. Hacienda is the tax office. Never actually been in, I don't think. We sell shoes here, all sizes. These are typical Mallorquin shoes, and if you've got an extra large foot, they've got one for you just there. But you need big feet for that one.
Only 1 foot.
And you only need 1 foot. Yes. Really interesting shop to walk down. Lots of different things to look at. There's another of the Tintin. So this is the shop that Anita went to in Palma. This is just another one of them. Did you get a discount with your card?
I do.
Which was a discount card.
You go to buy some perfume.
Camera shop. Might do, dear, one day. Have to borrow your discount card. Magic gifts. Not sure what that means. Carrefour. Pronounced Carrefour generally over here. Little supermarket. Find them all over Europe. It's a French company.
Are we going to have a coffee somewhere down here?
We could do. Just point out up there is one of the famous restaurants in Palma called Sapremsa. We will have to give it another go, but
Tried twice.
we've had 2 bad meals, I suppose. We'll give it one more go. It used to be a very good place to go. It's got lots of character to it. Certainly an interesting place to go. Maybe, I think we've been twice in the evening. Maybe we need to go in the day, go for a lunchtime meal. Those pastries, sandwiches.
Not for you, darling.
No, not for me. It's 26 degrees I can see on a thermometer in front. That means that's in the shade, so that's the real temperature. And it is so much better than the 30 degrees and high humidity that we've had over the last few days. It was so high, it was raining. Got a fruit shop down here. With fruits.
Time to have a drink here.
Just, yeah, it's midday. My appointment's 22, so I really want to be there at about 25 past 10. So plenty of time for a coffee. This one? We just had a coffee at the bakery here. We actually sat in the street and I forgot to video. I got carried away with doing little experiments. It's Il Tana. This is a chain of pizzerias, Italian restaurants, which we've seen lots of. Anita's tempted by a lottery ticket. So there's one or two in Palma actually. We've been to one of them. We're very happy with it. So I guess they're all pretty much the same. This one's definitely going to be a winner. And here we are at the top of the Ramblas. We're now at the top of the Rambla, or sometimes referred to as the Via Roma. And I pretty much always associated this with sort of ancient history. I always thought it was called Via Roma because of the Roman Empire 2,000 years ago. Apparently not. This is to do more with the much more recent history of Mallorca and well, the Via Roma, because the Italians occupied Mallorca around about the time of the Civil War.
It's quite recent.
It's very recent, and I was a little bit surprised to discover this. So it's actually thanks to Mark. Mark was telling me he'd discovered this and he'd been reading about it. So I had a quick look on the old Wikipedia to find out about the Italian occupation of Mallorca. So this is, I guess, Mussolini time. It's good to learn little bits of history. Beautiful flowers here. Anita's going to be tempted. But this is actually an avenue of flower sellers. They're all open today, but the majority are.
Dobra, ale moim zdaniem właśnie akurat tutaj jest tak, że
heading towards Plaza Mayor, so down the Via Roma, the Ramblas to Plaza Mayor. We've been to Plaza España, we're going to Plaza Mayor. Most cities in Spain have a Plaza Mayor and a Plaza España. Most towns do actually.
Tempted to do.
It says they've got flowers in the fridge there. Something fresh, I guess. Aperol, €6.50 there. Not sure where there is, I think it's probably just across the road there. €6.50. Oh, good to see this open. This is a place where you can buy coins, sell coins, exchange coins, find information out about coins.
Again, more.
Menu del Dia, €19.
What's our favourite place?
Nope.
Our favourites is down here, isn't it?
When we first came to the island, you could get a menu of the day. I was going to say for €3.50, but that's wrong. It was 350 pesetas. 350 pesetas. You could buy a menu del dia. I remember having a menu del dia with my parents, and it was 350 pesetas each. Like £1.50. 3 courses, bottle of wine. The times have changed. But this table is here. This is one of our go-to places. It's called Aspas, and it's a foundation that helps people with learning difficulties. The restaurant itself is over there. They do this lovely tapas, and I think a type of tapa that I like, which is called a variat. Actually just means various tapas, and they just pile a load of different tapas on one plate. Cost next to nothing, and they're all absolutely delicious. So that's my go-to meal at that particular restaurant. They do lots of other things. They do pepito de lomo type things, and they have plates of the day. There's a great choice of plates for the day. There's a sightseeing bus, which we weren't so impressed by. And then,
Mallorca shop as well.
yeah, right in front of us we've got the commercial centre, what used to be the commercial centre of Plaza Mayor, but more about that when we get up there. So just before we got to cross over, just a quick look at these Roman statues here, and just to look back at the Via Roma. Call it the Via Roma now, because we walked all the way down this. If we were in the car, we would quite often park in the car park, which is in the Plaza Mayor. See the cars queuing up, and the cars on this side coming out. And just down there we've got the Teatro Principal, real oldie-worldy theatre, and quite often has operas, but other shows too. And now I've got a few steps to go up, so I'm going to see you further up. So the commercial centre here used to have lots of shops. There was even a supermarket in there, but it's been closed for some years, and the previous government were saying they were going to do this, they were going to do that, and nothing happened. But just this week there's been a meeting with the new government, and the representatives of the people who used to have shops in here said they managed to do more in 4 minutes with the new government than they did with 4 years with the old one. And the plan now is to have it in some sort of a cultural centre. So there will be some shops, but there'll be a lot of cultural there. And there was talk of something to do with Ramanul, which is going to be interesting to me. So we'll see what comes of that. And I've got a lot more steps to go up. Nearly at the top now, but gives us an opportunity to look down into the Via Roma. And Anita says 65.
So far.
I felt every one of them. Still more to go though. So total of 83 steps that we've come up. And another thing that the government said they're going to sort out is the graffiti. And one young chap has actually been arrested. He's going to be in for a big fine, and hopefully the graffiti that he's done has been cleaned off. So they reckon new graffiti will be eliminated within 24 to 48 hours. But they've got a lot of cleaning up to do in places. So the new graffiti that this lad did was just after they cleaned the walls in Plaza Olivar, where the Oliver market is. So they cleaned all the walls, and he went and did some graffiti in there. But he got caught because they've got cameras, and well, there are a lot of cameras around, so let's hope that more of these people get caught and therefore puts the rest off. Here's another menu. 2 courses, 12 euros. Oh, couldn't be better. So this is Plaza Mayor. Lots and lots of restaurants around here, all looking pretty busy actually. Some market stalls, these sort of pop up from day to day, so it might not be the same one each day. Around Christmas time there'll be lots of market stalls in here. Some people said they were going to come here for Christmas. It's a magical time of the year, all the lights will be on here at Christmas time. Really pretty. The glass in front of us covers the escalator that takes you down to the commercial centre that's not a commercial centre at the moment. But I will keep my eye on that just to make sure that, well, keep an eye on to see what actually does get done down there. It also does give you access to the car park, so it is open, you can go down. The escalators, I don't think they've worked for a long time. And this particular area is one where we find the street artists doing the caricatures, do some brilliant work. I'm really impressed by everything that they do, or portraits. But I said to Anita, we come down this way, and hopefully we'll get to the shop that sells the parasols. Named up. A stage here, not sure what that's all about. Must have had something going on. Your name on a key. There's a fair coming up in November, I think it is, in Felanich, which is the fiesta of red chili peppers. So I think we should go to that, because I know we grow our own, but I think they'll be very, very impressive if we go to Felanich. Look how crowded it is here. Everyone's on the street corner, videoing or photographing the building that's I'm walking past now. It does have a wonderful facade. Anita and I were just talking about going to Barcelona and get something similar in Barcelona. Just let's have a look at what they're all looking up at. And there it is, look. Almost Gaudi-esque. Busy street down here. Ice cream, anyone? We have had ice cream from here before, definitely not today. And the shop that sells the parasols and paraguas, the umbrellas and the parasols. It's just down here. In fact, I can see it from here. You probably can't, but it's actually got a giant umbrella hanging outside. But another pedestrianised street with lots of lovely shops, and here's more of these peppers. Anita picked a couple off our bush, and I put them into a cake. You must watch the video of my cake. It's actually got semolina in it, and I know people have got this thing about semolina because they can remember having it at school. This is totally different. It really is worth a try. Semolina cake with chilies. No, you don't taste the semolina. You don't notice it as semolina. It's not the same. And obviously, totally different texture. I think it might have been the texture that put a lot of people off.
It's a nice Christmas decoration. Yeah, for Christmas decorations, the tree with the
We're coming close now to the Paraguas Rain. This is the shop where we'll find umbrellas and hopefully parasols. This is where Anita bought her last parasol from. They also have lovely fans and all the beautiful things that you might expect, the lacy sort of things. I'll just show you the come through here. Some beautiful fans, even with the Mallorca material there. Leather goods, walking sticks, gloves, castanets. Shall we go and see if they've got one for you? You going to have one?
Yes, please.
Well, Anita's got herself a little present. Happy birthday to you, dear. Not even a birthday, she's getting presents, my goodness.
Very different.
So she's got a brand new one and it's very white. See how long it lasts. And she's just spotted that in the window, look at that. Nice musical fan there, and the black and white one with the piano and the keys and the notes all flying away. We're going to carry on down here, because the next place she wants to have a look at is the Majorca shop. That's Real Mallorca Football Club. See what bargains they have there. Maybe we'll have a drink. How tempting is that? Came on the bus, I can have a shandy now, or beer. So we walk down here and we see a shop on the right. See there? Oh, it's one we have to avoid because that's Barcelona. Not going in there. Oh, a little bit of saxophone. I'm really enjoying saxophone since we were in Ibiza and we heard Lovely Laura. I've just got this thing about saxophone music. I really like saxophone music. It's an amazing instrument. And we were in a bar the other night, weren't we, and a saxophonist in Ciso's.
Yes, it was really good.
Really good saxophonist there. It's a bit loud though. There's your saxophonist. Serenading the crowds. But we're not here for the saxophonist, we're here for Real Mallorca. Well, nothing in the Real Mallorca shop for us. Anita wanted a poster, but we don't have one. Saxophonist is doing well. now towards Plaza Court. How busy the bars are. So just after 1 o'clock now. Shop I've not noticed before. It's I Love Mallorca shop. And we all do. We all love Mallorca here. This is Plaza Court. This is the town hall. Down to the right, we'll go down towards the cathedral. But we're going to be heading heading to the bus now, so we need to cross over here. It's not a pedestrianised street, but you don't get many cars through here. It's a restricted zone, so if you're driving through here, you're in trouble. You have to have permission. Various tours here with people shown around and told what the sights are. These are advertised as being free tours, and you're just expected to leave a tip. A place that always amazes me, Starbucks. I can't imagine why anybody would go to Starbucks. The coffees in the bars are really good. Usually a lot cheaper. I don't know what Starbucks is like here, but when we do go in England, it seems to be very expensive. Santa Eulalia, yeah, I think we did. This is Santa Eulalia.
Yeah, with the girls here.
Yeah, certainly stopped and had a drink here. And there's the church. Are we stopping for a drink here, or are we going towards the bus?
Should we head towards the bus and stop somewhere?
Yeah, we'll go up here. Found a shady street. Basically heading back, you've got your parasol heading back towards Sindicato, another pedestrian street in Palma. Bicycles popular, some of them with electrical assistance. So this is the side of the church. Nice to walk up some of these back streets, a little bit off the beaten track. Beautiful old door. Painting up there is unfortunately in need of restoration and protection. Just come around here, look at the little side streets. And the motorcycles. not a road street we walk up very often. Yeah. Anita's dragging me down a back street, back alley. I know we're going in the right direction. This is Plaza del Col. Lots of lovely smells. The restaurants and lovely streets like that. So we have the graffiti and we have the art. And I guess it's a fine line to decide which is which in some cases. I suppose if it's been put there without the owner's permission, it ends up being graffiti. But then how do you deal with Banksies? I don't know. I thought I heard a clippity-clop. It's little squares which come up across by accident. Little plazas. Little bars and cafes and restaurants. This is Plaza de la Cuartera. talk about Gaudi before. Anita I was talking about going to Barcelona, and one of the reasons to go there would be to look at some of the Gaudi monuments. Interesting buildings, fascinating stuff, a fascinating city. It's a sports centre in the middle of the city. And now we're getting to another place where you have to decide, is it graffiti or is it art? Is it graffiti or is it art?
Depends on what you like. This is not, is it? Time and effort gone into some of these things. Less time and effort gone into something as horrible as that. Is this where we came for lunch with Jude?
Yeah. Another lovely little plaza. I've never entered it from this side. I've always walked past on the other side. There's a little children's park area. I walked along the road there. I'm going to ask Anita if she knows where she is yet.
I don't.
You don't?
We've lost the last 10 minutes.
She'll know where she is in a few minutes. Certainly, those are little parts of Palma that I've never walked down, so it's all a bit new to me. Might cross over and get into the shade, I think. Know where we are yet?
I think we're near the bus stop.
Well spotted, that girl. Just be careful about the other girls that are on the street. Side street down there. This is an area with ladies of the day or night, or whatever you want to call them. And here we are. This is our bus stop. Did that well. Nice circular tour. And we're exactly where we want to be.
47 just come.
Well, the bus has just come in exactly as we arrived, so we're going on our way home. Thanks very much for watching, and look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.